Getting to Unreal Rank is one of the hardest things you can do in Fortnite. In this season specifically, it's the hardest it's ever been. Of the 4.5 million players that have queued into Rank this season, just 14,000 of them have made it to Unreal, the lowest number in history, and it makes sense. Between the endless cars, the constant fist, and people literally running through your build, getting to Unreal Rank this season is the most rage-inducing experience you can have, and that's what I did in this video. So buckle up, because this is where it all started, in Diamond 3. And as for us, we did not get off to the hot start I was hoping for. In our very first game, we go down off spawn, but the rank was protected. So we scratched that as a warm-up game and dropped back in. Now, making yourself play solo ranked this season is borderline crazy with all the overpowered items, but team game modes make it a little better, which is why I recruited Dalty to duo up with, and you'll see throughout this video, I needed him. I mean, just watch until the end, it's crazy. But this time, I actually came through with the little off-spawn clutch to revive Dalty and get us pushing on our way. Being just 22% away from hitting Elite, one good game could get me there, and everything was looking good. We were running through players with ease, hitting some wall retakes on this new low ping I have, and then... wow. I got headshot sniped out of the air, and Dalty canceled the res with 0.1 seconds left. Literally a fraction of a second longer, and I would have been up and able to help. But without me in a 1v2 against Fists, it's actually almost an impossible fight to win. So we fell in 15th place, and then my rank screen bugged. Remember how I just said this is the most rage-inducing season to hit Unreal? Yeah, well, just 2 games in, and it's already started. But here in the lobby, you can see I'm at 98% of Diamond 3, so just one more game will push me far into Elite. But we can't die off spawn, and thankfully we didn't. So with Elite now on the line, we're going for our first win of the day here, and it was looking pretty good.
Yeah. There you are, little guy. What did you look up?
And 30 minutes into this speedrun, I already have my first car death. Mind you, the players that killed me, yeah, they're very skilled at this game, as you can tell. Or maybe cars are just way too overpowered and make even the bad players seem good. Thanks for that, Fortnite. Either way, I have the Dalty Walty on my team, and he's insane. I definitely have some clutches and get my elims, but it'd be crazy to say that Dalty dropping 20 bomb clutch wins didn't help carry me a little. So in just our third game of the speedrun, we finally get our first win, which pushed me way up into Elite rank, where things will only continue to get more sweaty. And instantly, in the first fight of my first Elite game, you can see that happening. This guy toe hooked my wall, which apparently instantly breaks it, news to me, then started piecing me up until I could land a couple shots on him, and what do you know, he was an Unreal player. So because only 0.3% of all ranked players are in Unreal, they automatically get placed in lobbies with mainly players from Champion, Elite, and sometimes as low as Diamond rank. These players are usually really good and are hard to kill, but if you do win against them, you gain even more % on your progress. So it's both good and bad to have to fight Unreal players. But having a player like Dalty on your team is always helpful, because like this is crazy. He clutched up yet another fight and came through with the reboot, but it hardly mattered. Less than a minute later, we were stuck in a tunnel with 2 people on either side nitro fisting, and there was just no hope. I still gained 6%, but that's one of those things this season that you just can't control. Dying to fists, cars, and now snipers too, there's really nothing you can even do about it. You're dead in like a second and your game is just over. This is apparently the way Fortnite wanted it to be though. Like, we're having so much fun. So much fun. How is that minus 4%? So into our next game we drop, and we're due to have a good game. I mean, you can't possibly die to cars and fists every game, right? Wrong. Oh wait, Dalty got me rebooted again, and we're fighting. Heading into endgame soon, we chase this player through the porta potty, and guess what was waiting for me on the other side?
Oh!
Hello? No, there's no way. Dalty. Fortnite. This is fun. We're having so much fun here. I am obviously not meant to play this game or something, so let's just sit here in silence and watch our glorious Dalty carry me to another 20 bomb win.
Who are you?
And thanks to the Dalty Walty, we got a 20% gain, taking a huge chunk out of Elite. But the very next game, Dalty goes down early, and there is mayhem going down at this POI. And then... Bro. Yeah, so I lost 3%, love that. But there's no time to dwell. I still have a long ways between me and Unreal rank right now, and honestly, if we, or I should say I, don't pick it up soon, this is not looking good. We're already multiple hours into this and don't have a ton of progress to show for it. So with that in mind, I had to lock in. Yes, I died to a car again.
Other kids just in here.
Hello, bro. Okay. He's so dead.
I like just droned out for a second, dude. Like, okay.
I just got sniped. And bang! I clipped the last player for the win! Is what I wish I could say because I actually got sniped by him. Anyways, of course, Dalty is gonna clean it up and got the dub, which took another big chunk out of the Elite. 21% to be exact, and now we're starting to cook a little. It might have taken me over 2 hours, but I'm finally finding my flow and even hit this off-spawn clutch to make sure we didn't lose any progress. And that start led to probably my best game of this entire video. I mean, just watch.
Kids at least know what they're doing. To an extent.
Bro, how do you hit me on that?
You went ahead.
Doesn't even know that I'm up here.
Done. I'm dead.
Finally, a game where I'm actually alive at the end, and that put me almost up into champions, but not quite. So 5% away, coming off of my best game yet. I was feeling good, and then... So that's tough. Now I'm 9% away from champions. You can imagine how this could get out of control fast and why so many people get stuck here in Elite. Dying a few games in a row off spawn can completely wipe your progress, which is why it's important to take a break if you need to and just wipe away whatever bad that happened. It's easy to spiral down in ranked, so taking your time and making sure you live off spawn can be huge in making progress, which is exactly what we did here, and this was an almost perfect game. You'll see why I say almost.
Oh, it didn't.
Oh my god, he's hiding in here. Once again, people just proving they play like freaks in these higher ranks. And somehow, this is becoming a trend. Nearly every single endgame, I end up dying in some dumb way. I get sniped, I get ran over, I get sneak shotted. Like, I might just be biased here, but I'm starting to feel really unlucky. And this is one of the only times that Dalty wasn't able to clutch. Despite that, it was still enough to send me soaring up and into champion. The final rank before Unreal, and the hardest yet. If you're not familiar with champion rank, basically you're barely rewarded for winning and your progress gets decimated when you lose. If you think elite is hard to get through, then champions is your worst nightmare. Players are sweatier, weirder, progress is slower, but there is one singular goal in this video, and that's to hit Unreal. So into our first champions game we go, and this one got off to a rough start. But let's just say that by the end of this game, me and Dalty switched roles.
Bro, there's a car here.
Oh my god.
He tried to go get in the mythic car. What a freak.
Oh my god, get me out.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That car's blown up, I think. Yep, all the cars there.
This other kid. Nice. Fluff is there? Nice.
Yeah, I got a clutch.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
So I finally was the one to clutch it out as a solo. It might not have looked as good as Dalty's, and I certainly didn't have 20 elims, but it was enough to secure our first win in champs and send me up 13%. Now this progress is always good, but in reality, I'm still 5 wins away from crossing into Unreal. So the key here is to stay locked in. Up here in champions, the worst thing you can do is die off spawn. So as long as we avoid that, I know we can cook for the rest of this game, and that's what we tried to make happen.
Hey man. Yeah. This?
Wait, that didn't hit him? I'm dead. Like, I disabled their car too. Bro, these guys are freaks.
It's endgame, and what do you know? I'm dead again to some random fist. I don't know if this is just my lack of awareness or unluckiness, but yeah, again, we have our #1 carry putting me in the backpack to watch him clutch this one out. And honestly, I don't even care to admit it this time. I'm getting full carry. Usually, I like to prove I can get to Unreal by myself and do a solo speedrun, but I can promise that is not happening this season. The cars, the fists, like half of these fights aren't even real skill, but watching Dalty clutch is always satisfying. So that marks back-to-back wins in champions rank, taking me over the 50% marker, a gain of 14%, which is pretty huge in champion. But again, the key is to stay locked in and don't die off spawn, which is what almost happened in our next game. I got a terrible drop, which meant Dalty was down first as a solo, so I rerouted to ensure we don't lose progress. Now, I got Dalty back up, but by the time that happened, we were getting pushed. I made a play on this guy, but his gatekeeper was staring me in the face, and then it came down to Dalty, who had shambles loot, which obviously didn't work out. Weirdly though, my rank actually got protected. We didn't take a break or anything, so that was strange, but I'll just take it as a blessing from the Fortnite gods, and headed into this next game, we were hoping for a different outcome. But almost the same exact thing happened. I gained 2% somehow, not gonna complain about that, but that's not nearly enough to make a dent in the progress we have left. And when the very next game, we were pushed outside of Redline with shambles loot, we died off spawn for the 3rd time in a row. This time, we actually did lose progress, and it was a lot. When you only gain 13% for a win, a 4% loss hurts. Not only because you lose progress, but also because that was 40 minutes of playing out those 3 games, and in total, I've lost 2%. This is one of those walls you can hit in these upper ranks, and sometimes it can make you drone out and just start playing back, like dying to a hot dog skin that's full box. And 1v2ing against Fist once again is nearly impossible. The finish line seems so close, but with yet another loss that hardly gains anything, this is starting to get bad, and I wish I could say it ended there.
Oh, there's another team.
A 0% gain there led us into our next game.
I have to leave. This kid's chasing me.
Yep, I'm dead too.
Probably dead. I only have 5 builds.
A 1% loss there led us into our next game.
I hit 220s, by the way. Here, take mats.
Like 84.
A 2 elim 31st place then lost me 5%. That is now 2 hours in 7 straight games where in total I went down 6%. 2 hours for -6%. This is getting brutal, so to switch things up, we brought in SR3 to see if trios could possibly be any better. At this point, we were desperate for a good game, but I quickly realized that more players actually just means more chaos. However, with now Dalty and SR3 both being good players and they were able to clutch some revives, I soon became the evil that I hated so much. But look, if cars are going to be this overpowered and everyone else is going to use them against me, I might as well do the same, and we had some skillful gameplay going until I spun the car out, and then both SR3 and Dalty went down. For some reason, these were literal FNCS endgames with over 20 players alive at moving zone. So at this point, I was legitimately playing for placement in a ranked lobby endgame. With no mats, I had to get back in the car, but that got me targeted, and ultimately, I flew way into zone. That ranked endgame right there was still only a top 9. We got to a moving zone that takes over 20 minutes of gameplay, and I still gained nothing. And then finally, after 8 matches of sucking, we had some things go our way.
Just watching in amazement.
Whole team's on
Yeah.
here. Oh. Of course, there's a wall there.
Hold him too.
This guy's one. $138 right here.
Oops.
I didn't say it all went our way though. That is such a tough spot to die because again, with these FNCS endgames, getting to moving zone was only a top 7 and good enough for a 6% gain. This is the exact percent I was at 3 hours ago. The progress has basically become non-existent, and these are 2 of the best players on my friends list. That's how I know this season isn't about skill. But again, the only goal of this video is to cross that line into unreal, and these games are slowly but surely getting better. So it's only a matter of time before we start winning again.
Nice. Bro, like, come
I think the whole time that he finally finds me.
I'm dead, by the way. Actually, I got in the car. Like, I'm just dead.
But not this game. We had some really fun, skillful gameplay there that led to a 12th place finish, which gained, wait for it, 3%. I mean, at least we didn't lose, but it's been over 3 hours of this. It's starting to get hard to stay positive. I honestly think 1 to 2 more of these types of games and I would have given up. But then this game came and changed all of that.
It's over for me. It was a good run. They're just all inside of me, I mean. Oh, Dalty's dead.
Oh, I hit 130 out of the car, dog. 130 on our kid over there. Oh my god, I just got headshot sniped off my fist.
Oh my god, why do you
He's so warm.
I'm one. This kid's chasing my.
Take this.
That guy's dead.
Come back.
That guy's cracked. Bro, there's no way.
Come on. Nice. Killed one.
Yo.
No, he killed.
A vintage Dalty Walty clutch secured our first win in hours, and I finally got to see that number go up. 67%, now approaching the final stretch. At least I really hope it is.
Bro, he's in my box with this. No.
80.
One HP on a black superhero.
Yeah,
Black.
he's dead.
What's happening? The car is happening.
Finally, for the first time today, we had a game with an easy end. No 20-player moving zone, just a good old-fashioned domination of the lobby and some noobs we had to clean up at the end. After 3 hours of terror, it seemed like the clouds were opening up and letting us have some fun. 2 wins in a row, a gain of 11%, and now just 22% away from our final Unreal goal. But job's not finished. 22% is still at least 2 more wins, and we all just saw my percent not move for 3 hours, so this could get ugly if we let it. But now on a 2-game win streak, that doesn't seem likely, so we dropped into our next game and tried to keep this run going.
Kid's one HP.
Where's it getting there?
That kid's one HP in that car.
Oh my god, I'm dead. Oh my god, there's another kid in the back. Oh, I went back too far. I'm
Who's
dead.
this? Oh my.
2 dudes. Nice.
1v1 max match.
And why not another Dalty clutch? I mean, I've lost count of how many that is at this point, but this guy is insane. That sends me up another 14%, now just 8% away from crossing that line into Unreal. It's so close, but we have to have at least 1 more good game. And any big loss here is absolutely devastating to the progress, so we locked in.
How did I just...
You don't have to matter, bro.
To your left, bro. To your left.
Again, bro.
Like, really, bro? I'm dead.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's...
And it was going good until it was. Despite 10 elims in 17th place, I still lost 3% of progress, which sucks. But now 11% away. If we lose again, it will take 2 more wins instead of 1. And after everything we've been through today, the last thing this team wants to do is play an extra ranked game. So it's now or never.
130 over here. Cracked. Dead. Oh.
Also dead.
Like,
Alright, well.
I mean...
And of course, on the way to our final victory, I go down. Honestly, it's poetic. This is the exact way every single game today played out. So let's just do what I've done already so many times and sit in silence while I watch Dalty do what he's best at. Clutching wins.
All solos, the solo victory cup. We know Dalty loves to get second in these.
Oh my god.
Players in this lobby currently questioning what's the point of even queuing into rank. Punch in the air, he's so mad.
Oh, let's go.
Walty with the win, finally.
And there it is, Unreal Rank. You can say I got carried, I don't care, I'm in Unreal. Massive shout out to Dalty, his channel is on screen and linked in the description. You have to go check him out and subscribe along with SR3. Shout out to you if you made it all the way to the end, and thank you so much for watching.